Man, it's good to be alive right now. I ain't dead, you know, still alive, doing what I got to do to survive. But I was in Starbucks just now, and I saw the thickest female. She had an average face though, but she had body, she had titties and ass. I'm like, God damn, the sad reality is that some of us gotta get the bag to get those type of women, man. Sad reality for a lot of men. Sad reality for a lot of men, bro. That we'll never ever see those type of women in these lifetimes with a nice big round butt and even a face that's a 6. It's just like you never. I mean, I know my reality, bro. I'm already getting old, man. If I want to date younger females, I'm gonna have to get the bag, you know. I ain't talking about just a few young females liking you here and there. I'm talking about having a better life with females, period. That's just the sad reality, bro. Until we accomplish things in life, bro, we'll never have a good life, a really good life with females, like Chad and Tyrone do. Chad and Tyrone got a really good life with females, man. Them dudes are top tier looks. They have a really good life with women, bro. I mean, really good. And it's sad that a lot of us got to get the bag just so we can have the same type of life that Chad and Tyrone do. I mean, if you're a rich guy, if you're a rich man, you feel me? You will have the same type of life that Chad and Tyrone has. I mean, look at Diddy. He's not a Tyrone, but he has a good life with females. Even though he 50 something, he's still attracting them young hot tenderonis. You feel me? Look at Tyrese. He dating top tier females just like Chad and Tyrone will be doing it. The sad reality is that we have to fucking like, you know, step our game up with that money, man. It's just not gonna happen unless you got the bag. Like I said, I just seen a female. Ooh, man, she had everything. She had curves. You know, she walked in with some guy, right? She had curves galore. I mean, man, she had curves in the right spot. And I was invisible to her, bro. I was like a fly on the wall and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Muscular and all. It don't matter. Those type of women are highly desirable, man. Especially when they're young. I mean, goddamn, I just like, man, I'm like, it's a sad reality. I gotta get the bag in order to date a female like that. That's your reality, man. That's why I named this video. It's a sad reality for a lot of men out here. It's sad that you won't never ever see these type of women unless you get the bag, bro. You'll never be able to date out of your league, man. My father, man, he went to the grave before he even dated outside his league. And the women he was dating before he died, man, you know, they were horrible looking. You know. I'm like, Dad, why are you dating those women like that? That look like dating a woman that look like Shrek. A female version of Shrek. You know what I'm saying? You're like, well, son, she you know, Uh, might not look good on the outside, but she's a beautiful person on the inside. That's what he used to tell me all the time. You know, that's what he used to tell me. You know, I gotta get me a brand new phone, guys.
Wait.
This phone is done for. It won't charge. The inlet won't charge. So it was going out. So I gotta get me a brand new phone pretty soon. You know, yeah. So there's some women you're just not gonna be able to get a sniff of the coochie, bro, unless you got some bread. I swear, bro. I swear. It's kind of like a tease too. When you see a female that you like, you see her, but she don't see you. You're like invisible. You know, she thinks she hot shit. She got curves in the right spots, in the right places, titties and ass. Now her face was like a 6, average looking face, but that body was on point. That's a sad reality, bro. That a lot of us will never ever see those type of women in this lifetime. Why do you think I always remember Gwen? Because Gwen was the best I did looks-wise. Gwen had ass and titties, and good caramel skin, and long hair. I never replaced a female like that, ever. I guess I got lucky, right? You get lucky. You're working in an environment where there's a lot of women, and you come up, man. You get lucky with sometimes. You know, I couldn't keep her for very long, you know, because Chad Rome was somewhere creeping. You know, Chad Rome came back and took her away and left me in the dust. I was mad about that, man. I'm still mad about you Chad Romes, man. That's why I get the bag, man. That's the only way you'll be able to see these type of women, bro. And shit, you gonna be smoking, and you think you gonna see these women without any money, bro? You gotta be smoking, bro. I don't know what you own, but a lot of us gotta get money to see those type of women. And I know, you know, all men want those type of women, bro. You know, the ones with the curves in the right spots, the ones with the curvy bodies and stuff, hot faces. You'll never see those type of women until you get bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't all created equal, man. A lot of us are average looking. A lot of us, some of us are below average looking. Like Face the Element said, man, if you average looking, you're gonna struggle. And definitely, if you're below average looking, you're gonna definitely struggle. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna definitely struggle if you're below average looking or average looking at best. And most of us are average looking, bro. And we're not gonna be able to get the average woman nowadays. A lot of motherfuckers, they're forced to date down, bro. That's a sad reality. They're like, I gotta cross the finish line before I get these type of women.
Wait.
Yep.
Wait.
I gotta get money. I gotta get the bag. So I can get women that I'm heavily attracted to. Yep. Because you are inferior to their looks, man. To a bad bitch, I'm inferior to her, bro. That's why they got that little princess vibe. A lot of these females, they're in their little princess bubble. You're not even there to them. You're like an invisible, you know, you're like an invisible man, bro, to them. You are a fly on the wall. You are a shadow. You feel me? They don't see you, bro, unless you Chad. And most men out here ain't Chad, bro. That's why you be seeing females that are around 7 and they're 7 and looks sitting at Starbucks in a little princess bubble. Because most of the guys who come in there are average looking. And she's above average looking dudes. She's like an 8 in looks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She got a little princess bubble going on. She don't see you, bro, until you got some money and some status. Why you think guys go out there and hustle and do it? Because they know that they're not gonna see these type of women if they don't have money. So they spend their time perfecting their craft, and doing what they gotta do to get that bread. Cause motherfuckers, they living in reality, bro. Like a lot of guys, they think they better looking than they are. Like short bald guy, he think that women gonna come to him without any money. Oh, you better look in the mirror and see how short and sub 5 you really are. Women are not gonna come to you, bro. You're not even gonna get my type of woman that check for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know. We gotta stop and get some water because it's gonna be very hot today. And gotta make sure I'm watered up, man. It's sad that a lot of guys gotta get bread, get money to live the Chad and Tyrone life. You know? Until you cross that finish line, you ain't gonna see these women, man. Oh, shit. I guess she left. So I gotta get some water. And me, myself, bro, I'm getting old. I'm never gonna see this type of women unless I get some money, man. My looks are not like what they were when I was in my 20s, man. Do I look better now than I did when I was in my 20s? Hell fucking no. I don't care if I come down to 0 body fat percentage. I don't care how much skincare I do and try to keep myself looking young. I am not, the same, young, attractive stud that I was when I was in my 20s. My reality is that the older I get, the more money I gotta get to see these type of women. It's just like I said, man, there was this one female in Starbucks, man. She had curves in all the right spots. Now, she was average looking at best, but she had all the curves in the right spot. And I was like, damn, that's a sad reality for me and other men. In order for us to get those type of women that walk around like that, we gotta get paper, bro. Especially being an older guy, bro. I know my looks are decreasing every single year that goes by, man. Every single year that goes by, my looks are getting worse and worse. And we gotta focus on that bread. That's all it is, man. Today I gotta hustle harder today, man, because I gotta get me a brand new phone, man. I don't wanna be like Dr. Umar Johnson over here begging for donations. Hey, my phone about to die, guys. My phone won't charge. Can you please hit the Cash App? You feel it? Now I gotta hustle and get me a new phone today. This phone, it won't charge. I think the port where you stick the charger at, I think that's damaged. And it was going out. I knew it was going out because I had to like press hard on that shit, man, to get it to charge. And as I kept on messing with it, it kept getting worse. So now I go get me a brand new phone. So I gotta scrape up $100 and get me a phone. Now I don't have a bank account anyway, so if you guys want to send me some cash or whatever, you couldn't even give it to me. So I don't have a bank account. So I just scrape up some change while I fly a sign and shit, and go buy me a brand new phone. Let's see. Man. So, where your water at? What's up with it, man?
What's up, man?
Where your jug of water?
Cold or just regular?
Cold is good.
Cold is up here.
Like a gallon? Oh, okay, I see it. All right.
$2.50.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, man. Have a good day, man. It's gonna be hot. I think I was a little bit delusional when I was younger because I kept hitting up the clubs and shit, right? When I was younger, I think I was a little bit delusional, and I thought that I was better looking than I really was when I was in my 20s. So I kept hitting the bars and clubs trying to get the bad bitches and shit. You know, just kept trying and trying and trying. And I would come up, but it wouldn't be a bad bitch. It'd be like an average looking woman. You know, sometimes I would get ass and titties and stuff. You know, when I went to the club and stuff, man, I picked up females, took them to the hotel, banged the shit out of them and shit like that. But I ran around, I thought I was better looking than I really was because I was getting average women all the time. You know, especially before the social media era, right? Before the social media era, I was taking home bitches and fucking them and taking them to hotels too. You know, taking them home, taking them to hotels, fucking them wherever I could. But as I got older, I started realizing, like, hey, man, all I got was average at best women coming up in my 20s. And I'm still getting average at best women, you know what I'm saying, in my 40s. But I'll never get a bad bitch if I don't have bread. That's the sad reality for me and some of you guys. We ain't gonna get them baddies, bro. You feel what I'm saying? We'll get an average at best woman at best. That's what you gonna get because you an average guy, man. Okay. And then if you ever get into a relationship with a female with the curves in the right spots, that's gonna be a transactional relationship. In a transactional relationship, just like the 4'5" guy on AMS's video. You know, that's a transactional relationship, but he's okay with that. You feel what I'm saying? As long as he get the woman. Some dudes don't care about a transactional relationship. Would I care about a transactional relationship? Would I care about a transactional relationship? Hell fucking no. Like, as long as I get to stick it into the woman, I don't care if it's transactional, man. Some dudes don't care about that, man. They care about just having her and being in a company of a beautiful woman. Because you ain't gonna be able to get it if you don't have bread. That's a sad reality right there. You ain't gonna be able to get that. You feel me? That's a sad reality for a lot of guys. It's kind of frustrating too, man. But like I said before though, bro, like I came to the realization that I wasn't gonna get that bad one when I hit 30 years old. The moment I turned 30, you know, I came to the fucking realization that I'm only gonna get average women my whole entire life. I'm never gonna get the bad bitch with the nice titties and ass. I won't get that. So I said, fuck it, man. Start chasing that bag, man. You feel me? Start chasing that bag. Because we'll never ever see those type of women, man. You can count that shit out, bro. I'm already 45 and I ain't never got a bad bitch. So I gave up trying to get bad women with just my looks. You feel me? Like, nah. Money gotta be involved. You want a bad one. Nowadays, in order to get a 7 nowadays, I'm gonna have to have some money. I mean, we can get sub 5 stalker for free. You know, a female that look like sub 5 stalker, you can get her for free. You don't have to pay nothing. But the realization is that some men, in order to get women that's out of your league, you're gonna have to cough up the money, man. You gotta get money or status or both. You know, like me, if I hit a massive jackpot or something like that, maybe like $5 million, $10 million jackpot, I would go straight to the females that were out of my league that I couldn't get before. I could say, you know what, bro? I'm gonna stick with average women when I get the bag. Yeah, right. You're gonna go straight for the big booty bitch, bro. The big booty bimbo. You know, you're gonna go straight for her. You know, that's the one I always wanted, man. Even in my 20s, I never really got to hang on to her. I guarantee if I had my money straight, I would have kept Gwen, man. I would have stayed with her. But back then, the paper wasn't straight, man. You know, the paper wasn't straight. I made a massive mistake of not chasing the bag and obtaining it in my 20s, bro. You feel me? You know, I should have been on that paper trail, bro. All throughout my 20s, and I should have never ever gave up. I'm paying the price for that shit right now. How much battery we got left? Yeah, we gotta get a brand new phone today, man. I gotta keep going until I get enough to get a phone. Even if it gets slow, we gotta move to another spot. Keep on flying the sign until I get a brand new phone. Get enough to get a brand new phone. Cause this phone is done. It's gonna be a hot one today too. Shit. Yeah, so back to what I was saying, man, like, goddamn, man, we want these women so bad. We want to be visible to these type of women, bro. The thick ones, the beautiful thick ones, we want to be visible to them. And the bag is the only way. I'm sorry, but guys, this is the way life is, bro. Some guys gotta work harder to attract females than other guys. Chad and Tyrone, they don't have to do nothing. All they gotta do is show up to the party. You know? You know, show up to the party, bro. That's all they gotta do. You feel what I'm saying? Chad and Tyrone don't have to do all, they don't have to like self-improve into a millionaire. They don't have to get a whole lot of money. They don't need pickup, the pickup artists, bullshit. They don't need that. They look stands for themselves. I see the way like women look at Chad and Tyrone. You know, like my Arabic Chad friend. I see the way women look at him. You feel me? They look at him like, oh, he's hot. He's hot. They look at me like, oh, he's just average looking, average at best. A female, let me tell you something. If a female, all she does is date like Chaz and Tyrone's, she's not gonna want anything less than that, man. You have to be a Chad, you have to be a Tyrone for her to date you, bro. Now I understand how Tupac was feeling, man. When he was out there chasing his dreams, man. You know, the lack of women make you do that, bro. Like, the lack of women in your life make you chase that bag, man. Tupac was a small, skinny motherfucker, bro. In his teens and shit, he could not get a date, couldn't do nothing. You know, he had to go out there and rap and shit like that, man, become a rapper. He had to get out there and get to movies for females to look at him. You know, I mean, his looks improved as he got, you know, older. You know, he probably was an ugly duckling and started to get his looks level started to rise in his 20s. You know what I'm saying? But he was a small, skinny dude that females did not want to deal with coming up. Too skinny, too something. You know, too short, under 6 feet tall. That shit works all against you, man. Your height and stuff, that works against you in dating, man. You average at everything. Average looks, average height. You're getting older. You feel me? It sucks the way life is like that, man. It fucking sucks to be like that.
Wait.
You know, it sucks monkey balls that you gotta cross the finish line to enjoy the Chad and Tyrone lifestyle. That's what I call it. The Chad and Tyrone lifestyle, where you got bad bitches chasing you, or you're dating bad bitches. Because you know, in America, it's all about looks, man. Even overseas, it's about looks too. Looks and age, you know, and height. You know, well, that has something to do with your looks, your age, your height. Same thing. Yeah, so I'm saying? So dudes have to accomplish things, man, so they can get the pretty ones. You know, women that's out of my league, guess what I gotta do? I gotta cross the finish line. It's the way it is, man. You know? Boy, I was delusional in my 20s. Yeah, I was really delusional. You know, don't be delusional. A lot of guys are delusional and they think that women are gonna, you know, hot women are gonna come to them. Like short ball guy. And I'm gonna stay on his ass. But he's a prime example of what I'm talking about. You know, he's living in a delusional world, man. He acting like he doesn't have to go out and get money. He's acting like he doesn't have to go get height surgery. You know, he's acting like he doesn't have to do that. And that keeps him in this situation right now, is that he's delusional. Thinking that, you know, I don't have to go out and get a whole lot of money. I don't have to like follow in Kevin Hart's footsteps. I don't have to do that. Why, man? Why don't you try to do that? I don't have to do it, man. That's how he is. That's how dudes are, man. I don't have to do that. They're gonna come to me. Like that's how delusional A lot of guys are, man. A lot of guys are delusional, bro. Once you start realizing your reality, man, once you start coming back down to reality, then you'll be more honest and be like, oh, okay, I gotta chase the money just so I can have the female that I just saw in the Starbucks. You hear what I'm saying? But that guy that was walking with her, he get her for free. You gotta that. I seen guys online, they're like, how can I put this? So a guy will be like, I'm not gonna pay for something that somebody else gets for free. Basically, I don't want to have to pay or be in a transactional relationship if Chad and Tyrone gets it for free. If Chad and Tyrone gets it for free, then I don't have to pay either. I don't pay. Are you a Chad or a Tyrone? No. Well, okay, well, you're going to have to pay, man. You're going to have to be in a transactional relationship. Remember, they're different from you, bro. They're different. You're not the same. You're not the same as Chad and Tyrone. They get things for free because of their looks. They get to date the hot women because of their looks. It's like out here, you got to be a 10 yourself to attract a 10. A 10 in looks, I mean. You know, you got to be a 10 yourself. If you ain't a 10 yourself, you ain't going to attract a 10. A 5 out here attracts a 5. A 6 out here attracts a 6. A 7 attracts a 7 out here, bro. A 4 attracts a 4. I see people all the time with their looks level out here, man. Yeah, people with poor genetics, they attract other people with poor genetics also, man. When I see a couple walk in and they both got poor genetics, I say that's his face match. You know, that guy couldn't get a Stacy or a Keisha, and she couldn't get a Chad or a Tyrone, so they both had to settle for what they could get. Because Chad and Tyrone ain't fucking no 4s, bro. 3s and 4s, they ain't fucking them. You know, but a guy who's a 3 or 4, he'll fuck her though. Okay, that's all that he can get. Settle for what he can get. Gotta get laid sometime. You feel me? So the sad reality is, let me see how much battery I got left on this phone. The sad reality is that some men have to self-improve into a millionaire, or at least a thousandaire, making 500 grand a year, 700-800 grand a year, just so they can attract the Stacys and the Keishas that Chad and Tyrone get for free. You gotta work harder than them. You hear what I'm saying? You gotta accomplish things. You gotta hit jackpots. You gotta become a movie star. Meaning that you gotta chase the movie bag for like a couple of years. Cross the finish line, then you get the women that Chad and Tyrone get. Once you cross the finish line. You feel what I'm saying? Other than that, nope. You won't see them. You will go to your grave before you see these women and you ain't got your shit together. Like, you would die. My dad did. He never got a bad bitch. My mother was average looking. Even though, yeah, she was attractive. She was like a 6 or something like that. My dad was a 7. Because his height, he was 6 foot, 250 pounds, man. You know what I'm saying? He's bigger frame than me, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but he never got that. I never seen him with a bad bitch, like a rock star bitch. Never seen him with those type of women, bro. And he died before he even saw a bad bitch. So yeah, in this lifetime, You gotta get that bag in order to see the women, bro. That's the only way you're gonna see them. That's the only way. Only way is that you get the bag. Like I said, remember I was faking the funk over there at that other that other bar, and that woman she was 20. She had long hair all the way down her butt. Now she had a gut. I can see she had a little bit of a stomach. But she approached me, man. You know, she was out of my league. Of course, she's 20. Of course, she's out of my league. She's 20 years old, with long hair all the way down to her butt. Looked like she could suck a mean dick. She was about at least a 6 or 7 in look, something like that. But she was really young. And she approached me. She was like, "So, Kale, what about the lottery? What's going on?" I'm like, out of nowhere, this broad just approached me, man. See, that's the only way, bro. What if I did hit that 500 grand that I was supposed to have hit? That bitch would have been all in my grill. She would have been talking to me a lot more than what she was talking to me, bro. You know, women, even at 20 years old, they know what they're doing. They see a guy who came up, see a guy who got into the bag or whatever, and they're gonna approach him. Cassie knew what she was doing at 19 years old with Diddy and shit. She knew what she was doing. She was going after men with money. You know, women know that from an early age. They gotta get a man with some money. So the moment you get the bag, then you'll see. Until you get the bag, you won't see these women. But the moment you get the bag, you will see these women eventually. Yeah, you get the bag, you'll see them. But you getting the bag ain't gonna be easy, man. We talking about a hard task ahead of you, man. You feel me? You got a hard task in front of you, man. Chasing this bag. You feel me? We talking about maybe a couple of years. Shit, maybe like several years of chasing the bag. You might not see a bag for like 6 or 7 years. Hey, but it's better than like staying in a situation forever, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Jean-Claude Van Damme to Hollywood. It took me 10 years to actually see him. Think about how Michael Jordan, he played a whole lot of free basketball before he became Michael Jordan. It took him years though. You know what I'm saying? Accomplishments take a while to accomplish, man. You know, you gotta dedicate your life to chasing this bag every single day. Like today, I'm gonna turn in my numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? After I go buy me a brand new phone, though, this phone is cooked, bro. I can't charge it. The port is fucked up, so I gotta get me a brand new phone today. So I gotta fly fine until I get enough for a phone, or I won't be able to get on here and do no more videos. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have a good day, man. I gotta fly my sign right now. Have a good day. Peace out. Take care and bless. I'm out.